So here's the question. Would you rather get paid to drive your vehicle and work when and where you want and make decent money? Or would you rather drive someone else's vehicle, they decide when and where you work, and still make decent money? That was the question. Let's talk about that. Everybody wants to know, why did you quit Uber and Lyft to go back to truck driving? You see, the thing is, I used to be a truck driver and I got absolutely sick of driving someone else's vehicle and getting paid for it, not having to fork out the money for maintenance expenses and fuel and all of that. I'll tell you. Plus, because when you're out there on that road driving a truck, those companies never want you to go home. They'll say whatever, but when it comes time for you to go home, they usually try to keep you out. And when you do go home, they only want you to go home one day for every week you were out. I had already done it before, the truck driving thing, and got really sick of it. So I said, I'm done. I went and bought me a nice car. Unfortunately, I bought it with a few too many miles on it. A lot of fun out there and I enjoyed myself. The only thing is, my car had reached this threshold where it had so many miles on it that I knew it was going to start depreciating greatly if I drove it anymore. I decided to park the car for a little while. Okay, so the car I was driving had real close to 180,000 miles on it, which meant if I kept driving it any longer and kept racking up miles on it, it was going to be worth nothing soon. To admit that feeling of being able to get up and start and drive whenever you feel like it and take off whenever you feel like it, there was nothing like that. And the money was good most of the time. I remember those lockdowns happening. When the lockdowns happened, the money dried up. And so anyway, I decided that I was going to go back out there, drive someone else's equipment, let them tell me when and where to work, and still make decent money, but I knew it was going to get old. The money is always there. That's the thing. In trucking, you get paid by the mile. And truck drivers are in such high demand, they can't get enough of them. So you know there's always a job around the next corner. Well, that's really what it came down to, was the fact that the car was getting too many miles on it. And the money started drying up because of the lockdowns. That's my ice maker making a bunch of noise. Anyway, don't expect the videos to be perfect. So yeah, I went back out on the road driving a truck for another company. I saved up some money and I got another car. And I've seriously been thinking about returning to Uber and Lyft. What do you think? If you want to know about if you want to know how to become a truck driver, or if you're interested in anything like that, I do have another channel called Dread Pirate Trucker on YouTube, and you can hit us up over there. We'll be glad to answer any questions. Or hit that comment section down there. I'd be glad to help anyone out that's thinking about making the switch. But I'm gonna say it like it is. All right, there's some drawbacks to trucking. The drawbacks are, you never know where your next load is going or going to pick up from. And when it comes time to go home, a lot of times they try to screw you over out of your home time. That's just how it is. But you can make money out there, and you're driving someone else's equipment and they're having to fork out the money for the upkeep and everything, which is a big plus. But on the flip side, as an Uber and Lyft driver in most areas now, they're making pretty good money. And you have the freedom to decide when and where you work. Unfortunately, you have to pay up for all that upkeep. You have to pay out for all that upkeep, fuel expenses, and all of that. Keep up with your tax write-offs. So that's the difference between Uber driving and truck driving. And that's why I decided to leave rideshare and go back to trucking. But now I'm at a point where I'm thinking about returning to rideshare. I may talk about that some more in the future if this video gets some views. So hit me up, let me know. Drop some comments in the comment section down below. It helps the video. Till next time.